Hey, real estate agents, let's elevate your lead generation and marketing systems to new heights. Unlock the potential of your real estate business by establishing a streamlined method and a strategic pathway for using Instagram to build relationships and generate business. My name is Katelyn Fulton, and I'm a real estate broker with Century 21 Percy Fulton in the Toronto and Durham region area. And social media has been one of my most requested webinars over the past few years. And I've finally created a profitable 7-figure real estate business using Instagram alone. So in this live webinar, I am opening up my playbook on how we have made that happen with the proven strategies and systems. And if you're new here, please go ahead and like and subscribe. That Valentine's fell on today because it's also my favorite topic to talk about in real estate. So I'm going to be playing Cupid today and teaching you guys a few tricks and things that you guys can start to use in your business. So let's get started. Let's not get started. I don't like that view. Okay, perfect. So if you guys have questions at all, feel free to put them in the chat. It does get distracting once in a while for me, but if I see one that pops up that's on the screen that I can answer right away, I will. But otherwise, put them in the chat and I will definitely put them in the chat as they come, because I'm sure you guys are going to have lots and lots of questions. And then at the end, I will go through all of it. So hopefully, maybe I can answer a lot of those questions throughout the presentation. But yeah, I'm really excited to be here with you guys. This is myself, my two sisters, Carly and Paige. We run a social media account called Fulton Sisters. If you know us, you know that we are very faceted type of people. We help run a real estate brokerage, Century 21 Percy Fulton. I'm so excited to see lots of Century 21 system agents here from all over Canada, including our own agents. And then, of course, we run a Fulton Sisters sales team as well, which I'm going to talk mostly about on the agent side, how to make sales from your social media platforms, specifically Instagram. That one is my favorite one. It's the one I know the most about. But everything I'm talking about today on Instagram, if you know, you can actually link your Facebook to your Instagram. So honestly, you can be doing cross promotion of the two platforms just using one. So we're going to talk a lot about just Instagram for today. Maybe I'll do another session on Facebook. TikTok's not my vibe. I don't understand that world quite yet. I'm a consumer more than anything, but if I ever crack the code on that one, I will definitely do a presentation on that one for you guys as well. So again, happy Valentine's Day. If you guys stick until the very end, I have a very special gift for you guys, which is a 365-day content library. So I have 365 plus ideas of different pieces of content that you guys can post, as well as a really intense calendar. It's an insane tool. So if you stick to the end, you will get access to that. And I'm excited to give that to you. So why now? This is my sisters. Fulton Sisters is our account. Why now? It's a really interesting question. I get asked all the time to post or to do a seminar on social media, and I've never really had the courage to just go ahead and do it. I can talk about systems, no problem, checklists, how to organize a business, but social media has always been such a creative outlet for me that sometimes it's a really hard topic to actually teach it, because it can be it's a very strong strategy for people with right brain creativity moments, and it's not for everybody. And I find, I don't know, in Toronto, there's lots of people out here with tens of thousands of followers. And I'm probably like a lot of you guys, where you look up to people that have a lot more followers than maybe you do. And then all of a sudden you think that you're not a specialist in your field. So for the past few years, I've always brought in different speakers to come speak to our agents to talk about social media strategies. And what I've noticed over the years is there's lots of people that make lots of money off of people like real estate agents that have services like social media, but these people aren't selling real estate. They don't understand the consumer. They don't understand our jobs. They think just by posting, it's going to bring in business. And that is not the reality of what I have seen. So I've been the strategist behind the Fulton Sisters brand for the last 8 years, even 9 years actually, which I'm going to talk a lot about. Sorry. So I'm going to talk about lots of the different strategies that we actually use in our sales business to generate buyers and sellers. We have a decent amount of followers. Obviously, we would want more, but I think that's kind of the beauty in hearing from somebody like me who is also looking at the followers, but I'm more concerned about how can I make money and find buyer and seller clients using this platform. And it is a very strategic way that I'm going to show you guys a whole bunch about. But yes, I'm really excited to talk about this topic because I've never talked about it for my own personal business. I'm always outsourcing this. And for the first time, I'm going to be sharing our strategy that I know works. We've been able to bring in, I'll just say alone, over $250,000 gross commission just last year. And actually every year we gross at least that just from Instagram alone. So I know it's a platform that works. Even if you can find a strategy in this business that'll make you $20,000, I find that a win. So try not to focus too much on, I'm not going to be talking about what's going to make you go viral. I have no idea. I'm not a viral sensation. But what I am going to teach you about is how to actually build a community and find people that actually want to buy and sell real estate with you. So that's a little bit of a why now. I'm ready to share. And I'm only going to share it with you some strategies that actually do work. So I'm not going to talk too much about the platform because I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I work for Instagram because people contact me all the time with questions about Instagram, but I do not. But what I do know is that there's over 1 billion monthly active users. It's a platform. It's an app for those of you that don't know. It is an app on your phone that is widely used across many different age groups with a significant presence amongst the younger demographics. I'm not talking about like the 20-year-olds. It's fascinating to me that a lot of my 20-year-old agents are not on the Instagram platform. They're probably more so on the TikTok platform. But what I do find is a lot of people ages maybe 30. So like the people that actually started in the social media era in I think it was 2005 when Facebook came out, when it was originally for university students. And then they opened up the gates for everybody. And so there is a big audience. I find anywhere from 30s to even like 60 plus. There is a significant age group of people on these platforms already. I find it to be an easy to use and implement type of app. I find it an app that's easy to build a community through educating them, entertaining them, and also engaging with them. And for those of you that are new to this platform, it is a photo and video sharing platforms where you share videos, photos, stories, reels, and now they even have shopping, and you can actually make money through shopping. I haven't monetized on this yet, but it's definitely something that I probably should. But what I love the most about Instagram is that it's absolutely free. You don't have to pay for anything. It's very popular for leveraging both organic and paid promotion. Today, I'm only going to be talking about organic because I've actually never paid for ads for business on social media platforms. So I wouldn't really consider myself an expert in knowing if that's a thing that works or not. So I'm not going to talk about that too much. You may ask me some questions about it, but today I'm only going to be talking about the free stuff and how to build an organic business through marketing and lead generation. So this is where we started. This is a little bit about the Fulton sisters. It used to start off with Paige and I. So just a fun fact story. This is Paige and I when we were young and professional. Where we started with the platform, I'm going to talk a little bit about the name, but we started when we were actually in real estate school. So if I've got any OGs in this room that have been watching us, we were posting, if you scroll through the 1,500 posts we've done, our very first posts actually were textbooks of when we were in school writing our exams. We have a video of Paige and I when we finished our exams and we're like singing in the car. And so people have been following us since the very beginning, which was about 2015, 2016. We were Life of a Realtor _GTA. So yeah, this isn't nothing new to me, but I'm just wanted to show you this just because our following wasn't something that just like grew overnight. This isn't, and it's not even like a number that grows significantly over time. It's been something that has been organic. We've played with our audiences for many years now, and people have really just been following us since the very beginning. And that's where I really learned the powerful use of this platform, because we almost treated it like a video diary or some sort of diary of like our life, and people get a really cool inside look to what we do. I laugh at the picture on the side there because this is Paige and I with our first photo shoot. In fact, I think I had to like somehow put it onto Paint and put us together because there wasn't as many tools that we have today. But I remember doing this presentation, doing this photo shoot, and the photographer was very much, we had dresses and skirts, and we were a very playful group. Obviously, I'm wearing fluorescent pink today. We were very playful, but our photographer told us don't wear dresses because it's going to sexualize you. It's going to be unprofessional. And so going into it, we went in with this very like, okay, we are doing the crossed arms look. We're doing the real professional thing. We're doing what they tell us to do. And we played it safe for a little bit. But what we started to notice is once we started to bring it to another fun level, which was more who we are, and we actually got outside of this box that everybody wants to put us in this industry, that's when we started seeing people reaching out to us and wanting to connect with us and then buy real estate with us. And we still use these strategies today, and we're still generating a really good income from it. And I think everybody can. Up here, of course, then Carly came into the picture, and Carly came from a really cool background. She worked at Benefit Cosmetics, which is a very girly, pink, fun makeup company, and they do a lot of really awesome branding. So when Carly came in, we did a full branded shoot. You can see that we've got dresses on. We're fun. We're showing our personality, but still kind of playing it a little bit safe, right? This was probably 2017. Paige was pregnant here. So Kanan was just in the womb. And then eventually where we are now, you can see at this picture on the top here, hopefully my head's not blocking it, but you'll see over the years, our photo shoots have gotten more fun. We're wearing more bright colors. We're doing things that take us outside of the box from the regular way that realtors are perceived. And we're still professional. We still know the market. We still know what's going on, but we like to have some playfulness with it as well. And this is the stuff that's really gotten us noticed. And it's really helped with our branding and recognition. And I'm going to talk about that. I'm not telling you need to wear bright pink and do stuff, but what my hopeful goal of today is to really get you more comfortable with showing who you are on camera, and really presenting yourself in the way that you see that your brand going. So no, you don't have to wear fluorescent colors or anything like that, but hopefully we can add some personality to our social platforms. So where we are now, 80% of the income that we generated through real estate sales comes from social media and digital marketing to the people that we know. And this is going to be something I'm really going to heavily touch on. These are not strangers that are reaching out to us to buy and sell real estate. These are people that we know and we have met at some point in our lives, and not through paid ads, not online leads, not complete strangers, people we know. And that is the beauty of this platform and why I really love it so much, because I would almost still consider this a sphere of influence source, because the original buyers that are reaching out to us on the social media platforms are from our own network, are from people that we know or people of people we know, stuff like that. I use Instagram as a nurturing system, almost like a daily CRM. So instead of just getting monthly newsletters from us, our audience is seeing us on a daily, even sometimes an hourly basis, and they're really getting to know us in many different ways. On top of that, social media, or Instagram in particular, has also led us to multiple different opportunities as well. It's given us a different type of platform where we're thought of more as of thought leaders, and we're getting speaking opportunities, going on stages, panels, podcasts, showing our audience that people trust us and like us and want to know what we have to say. And then your audience is watching that as buyers and sellers, and they're like, wow, like these people know what's going on. So it's led to those types of opportunities. Agent to agent referrals, which is super huge and super underrated. I would say majority of our followers on these platforms are agents, and a lot of people will snuff their nose up to it, but I find I get inspiration from other real estate agents. But especially if we're in the Century 21 system, which I'm talking to today, we've got agents located all over Canada that can also follow you, get to know your journey. And then you may have clients that are moving to other provinces, other states, that you can also build a relationship with other agents to build a referral network that way. So it's a very powerful tool for that, and really just connecting with humans. And that's what this platform is about. So the way that a lot of people train real estate agents is very professional. I'm still going to teach you professional stuff, but with a little bit of a twist. But what a lot of people forget about is the actual human connection and the socializing and the engaging on a more deeper level than just real estate. So this is kind of where we're at now. So I've never gotten a job without ever asking for it. And I forget why I put this slide in here, but I think what my point was the fact that like throughout life, I've never gotten a job without asking for it. And a lot of people treat social media like, okay, if I throw out a bunch of posts, I throw out a bunch of stuff, eventually someone's going to want to hire me. And that's just not the way it goes. You have to kind of get out of this thought of social media and realize that you still have to ask for the job of being somebody's real estate agent or being their referral partner. And there is a technique to this, which I'm going to talk about, but I don't want you guys going in blind thinking that just by posting and just by doing a daily post, doing a curated post, doing this, that you're going to get the business. There's a much deeper strategy to this on how to get business with asking for it and communicating with people that way. So I want you guys to now think of social media not as this big scary app, where I might even have an older generation of realtors with me today that has thought that social media is just a waste of time. It's stupid. People don't care what you're eating, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to hopefully change your mind a little bit, where now you can look at social media as a prospecting activity, lead generation, and marketing all in one. So when you think about those different traditional methods, you can still do those same type of strategies. It's just different. It's just online, right? So if you're out there doing the door knocking, the open houses, the farming, that stuff is all so amazing if that's what you're good at. If you've heard me talk in the past, you will know I'm a super, super introvert. I am shy as hell. I know, I know the look does not go, but I am very comfortable behind a screen talking to people on my phone, through text message, and on social media. That's where I shine. So if I've got some fellow introverts here that are terrified to go knock on a door or terrified to go phone call people, then you need to think about how you can go with your personality to find business online and through the ways that are comfortable with you. So let's start to think about social media in a little bit of a different way. So before we get started, I teach systems. Some of you guys are my students as well. One of the very first systems I talk about is lead generation and marketing, and talking about who is your target audience. So before you even begin to post on social media or even do any marketing efforts, you really need to ask yourself, one, who are you talking to? Who do you want to help? Who is your ideal client? Like if someone called you, who would you want to work with every single day? And why are you posting in the first place? I find a lot of people just go in blind to Instagram. They post every day and then they're like, where's the business? But they're missing so many pieces to this puzzle. And that's what, again, I'm going to talk about today. So if you're sitting here now, think about just for a second, who's your target audience and are they even on social media? So if you want to work with senior citizens, this may not be the app for you. But if you want to work with an age range from say like 20 to even 65, this might be where your audience is. And there's different ways that you can talk to this audience and how you can help solve some of their problems. And then it's going to help you figure out what types of posts that you want to do every day. So don't get it confused. So like I said at the beginning, I am not here to teach you guys how to be an online celebrity with hundreds of thousands of followers. I'm not teaching you to go viral. Honestly, I have no idea. I'm going to show you my posts. I've never gone completely viral in my entire 7 years of business. But what I am good at is teaching you guys marketing and lead generation strategies, which at the end of the day is more important. I would rather teach you guys how to sell homes, how to find clients, than how to go viral on Instagram. I'm sure you can find some TikToker out there that is doing it well. I've just never been able to do it. So let's not get it too confused. Step one of our social media platform and building those relationships is actually what you wouldn't think. But most of these relationships that we've formed on Instagram actually started in person. So maybe you went to a birthday party, maybe you went to a bachelor party, a bachelorette, a barbecue, a networking event, a conference. There's so many different events that we get invited to on a daily basis. And as much as you want to stay home on your couch, it's really important that you accept these invites and go meet people in person. And then don't be scared to add these people to your Instagram account. The amount of people, and I know this is going to sound bad, but the amount of people I have on my Instagram platforms from, let's say, university days, maybe I had one drunk night with this person, or maybe I just met this person once. Sometimes those people, I put them on my social media and they become my biggest fans online. I've only met them for a few hours and a night. And all of a sudden, because they're following on social media, we feel like we're best friends, even though we met each other 7 years ago. And that is kind of the reality of where most of my clients have come from. People I played t-ball with that I haven't seen since I was a kid, elementary school, stuff like that. So this people that I'm doing business with are not complete strangers. These are people that I've met at some point in my life, including realtors at networking events. So you still have to do the in-person stuff, but bring them onto your social platforms, add your past clients, add your friends, add your family. And this is where you're going to start to nurture them online through your Instagram posts and through email marketing, which I'm going to teach you guys how you can get them off the platform and nurture them a little bit more into a client. So once you've got them on your platform, I will say that they are converted in the DMs, the direct messages, or through email. So anytime a client reaches out, typically they're messaging us on Facebook Messenger, directly through Instagram messages, or they're responding to an email to book an appointment with us. Typically, they're not phone calling us, texting us, unless it's an agent, usually agent to agent, they might call us directly. But for the most part, these appointments are converted in the direct messages. It's a very powerful tool. If you don't have them downloaded onto your computer, your phone, your apps, I would, because there's a lot of missed opportunities in the DMs. And I'm going to teach you guys a lot about that as well. So don't get it confused. I don't know how to become a celebrity, but I do know how to find you guys clients. Again, it's going to start in person. So if you're here, you do need to create a system for this, and it is going to be a lot of work. It requires a ton of strategy. This is not just post and pray kind of deal. This is a very intense strategy when it comes to building an online platform. So again, first, what you need to do is start to add every single person that you know, even like, and if you don't know people, you need to go meet people and then follow them on social media. Anytime you get a business card from somebody, you go support a business, add them to your social media platforms, businesses, business people, real estate agents, friends, family, colleagues, every single person you know should be on these platforms, and they should all be nurtured by you and be reminded about you. We want to connect with them. We want to relate to them. We want to help fix their problems. We also want to educate and entertain them once in a while. And just like everybody knows, people only want to work with you if they know you, like you, and trust you. And what a lot of real estate agents will do is they'll post a lot of things about real estate, but they still don't know who you are and they still don't trust you. They might like you and they might like your content, but they don't know you and trust you enough to want to actually work with you. So this is where a lot of agents get stuck, is because they're too scared to take this next step to let people get to know you on a different personal level. But that's where all this magic is going to happen. Success leaves clues. So I'm going to give you what has been successful for us, and you don't need to go recreating the wheel. You guys know it's kind of like regular prospecting, where we tell you, you need to make your phone calls. You need to do this because it works for these people. Sometimes it doesn't work for everybody. But this is the success that we've had out of it, and it leaves clues for you guys to hopefully use. And so when you're going through this session, you're going to maybe watch this and do nothing with any of it. But if you decide you don't want to do anything, the social media platforms are not for you, I want to encourage you to really come up with really strong strategies to doing offline activities. And if you're not doing strong at the offline activities, or you're one of those people that's like, okay, I think I'm going to go door knocking today, or I think I'm going to make my calls today, or I think I'm going to do this, and you're still not doing it, this might be your trigger to maybe sit in front of your computer and figure out how can you start to build relationships online and change your strategy a little bit. But if everything I talk about today is gross to you and you want to judge the strategy, it's a waste of time, throw it away, but make sure you're replacing it with some sort of traditional method of finding business. It's not a one size fits all type of thing. This is just what works for somebody like myself. So you can judge the strategy, think it's a waste of time, or you can copy and paste exactly what I'm doing and get results. Now, what I'm going to have a lot of you agents do is probably watch the seminar, and you're going to pick a few of the things that were good ideas, but then you're going to leave out some of the things. This may work if you do less than what I'm telling you to do, but I cannot make you guys any promises that it's going to work. So if I'm going to tell you specific posts, which I already know, I'm going to know which ones I'm going to tell you guys, and you guys are going to immediately say not happening, because I've already had these conversations. but those are typically the ones that is what's going to hit the next level for you. So you can either copy and paste exactly because I know it works, or you may pull a few things. It may work, it may not work. Just don't come at me if they don't work because you forgot to do a few of the posts that I was talking about. So that's where we're going to leave that with. I'm going to throw the most asked question I always get out of the way, which is, should I have a personal account or a business account? I think you should have one account that has both your personal and both your business. I think it's too hard to manage a few accounts. My sisters and I, we do have separate personal accounts and business, but that's just because there's 3 of us. So it's really hard for all of us to post our personal stuff and our business. But you will see that we do a lot of collaborative posts, and we do post our personal lives very much on our business page. But it also, you can have access to follow each sister individually and get to know us on a different level because we are very different. But if I were a single agent right now, I would only have one page. Keep it simple. Don't complicate it by trying to get another audience to go to this page. Let's keep it all on the same page. Keep your friends, keep your family. Those are the people that are going to be doing business with you. So keep it all on one platform. I will say, however, to turn your page into a business page or a creator page. If you have a personal page, there's a lot more limitations to it. So I would make a business page, but add both your personal and business stuff. So hopefully that answers that question right away. Okay, so what I want you guys to do, let's jump right into it now. I want you guys to grab your phones and I want you to open up your Instagram account. Okay, so grab your phone. Let's see. Grab your phone, open up your Instagram. We're going to talk about your bio and what you guys can do to make your bio a lot better. So we're going to start off with the photo, your profile photo, which is the main one at the top here. Take a look at it. Is it professional? Does it stand out? I always think that it should be a nice professional headshot. It should be limited stuff in the background. So if you've got nature in the background, I would almost make it like a solid color or make it less stuff in the background is better. Headshots obviously better. There's 3 of us, so it's a little complicated, but you can see that we have fun with it. We put our bright pink outfits right on the screen. We actually do change our profile quite often, but don't be scared to have fun with it. It's the first thing that may pop up when you're posting stories. So you want to make sure that people know who you are just from that headshot. You can even add a colored ring around it to even stand out even more, like a blue, yellow, whatever color you want. But make sure your profile photo is not overlooked. It's an important part. If you have a logo on it, that's cool, as long as you're using your logo excessively so that people know that that's your logo. Your username. This one's funny. This username is your @ symbol. So it should be easy to remember and relevant to your identity or brand. So like I said in the beginning, we used to be Life of a Realtor _ GTA, which is Greater Toronto Area, for those of you that don't know. This got us so far. This made it to we changed this maybe 4 years ago. But Life of a Realtor really got us far. I thought by having a broad audience, people wanted to see the life of a realtor. That was the entire purpose of our account, was to look inside the life of a realtor. So we always did behind the scenes posts and stuff. And we wanted people to know that we were in the GTA. But as we started to go to more conferences, we started to talk to more people, we started to notice that everyone still called us the sisters. And we wanted to try as hard as possible to get away from Fulton sisters because we were like, it's young, it's too immature, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, that's what people know us as. They know us as the Fulton sisters. So we switched it to Fulton Sisters. The Fulton Sisters was already taken by somebody with like 1 follower. I tried to buy it off of them. They said no, or they didn't even respond. So we just became Fulton Sisters. So if you have a very generic username, you may want to consider switching it. Try to make it your name, make it something that people know you for. If it's your area, it's okay, but I just don't think that you need it to have it that way. I would change it to your name. Your name field, this is the bold here. So obviously we have Fulton Sisters. If I was an individual agent, I would have my full name, but there wasn't enough room for it. So I put your actual name because this is searchable. So someone can actually search you on Google, they can search you on Instagram, and they can find your name. So if your username and your name field are different, at least your actual name, full name, needs to be in there. And I already know I've got some agents I'm going to be calling after this because their full names are not there. It's their nickname Whatever people know you in the business is what your name should be on that name field. And then I would also have real estate put in there, because whenever you DM people, this is what's going to show up. So it would say like Fulton Sisters Real Estate. And then whenever you DM someone, they're always going to be reminded that you're in real estate. So you need to always be constantly reminding people that you're in the business, because we're going to be DMing more people after this session. Your bio content. This one's always tricky. I always want to get cute and creative with it. But at the end of the day, I just want people to know who I am, what your business is about, where you're located, and I want to direct people to specific links. So you can see we've got brokerage owner. You can tell we're in real estate. You can see our brokerage name. You can see we sell in Toronto and Durham region, but we're globally connected. So I make people know that, yes, we only work in this area, but I'm globally connected with a really awesome referral network. So if I can't help you, I will connect you with an agent that can. And then we're going to talk about these links a little bit, but I always like to have point down fingers for people to go to. So you should have your website, lead magnets, so like downloading home guides, anything like that, or a link tree that will have multiple links. So you're going to see I'm going to post a few little logos here. Linktree is one where you can actually, I think I've got a picture of it. Not yet. Okay. Linktree is one where you can post multiple links. So if you want people to go to your website, you want them to sign up for your newsletter, you want them to download a buyer's guide or a seller's guide. Maybe you've got a webinar coming up. You've got some podcasts. So if you've got a ton of links, you can post in your Linktree. I believe Instagram just allowed us to post, I think you can post 5 links. So you can kind of avoid having a link tree and just have the direct links, but I would have a bunch of links on here so that people can find you off the platform as well. Okay, emojis. I would add emojis in here. You can see I've got houses, batteries, globes, fingers. Add it for just visual appeal. You should have a call to action. So like I was saying, you want to encourage your visitors to take a specific action, such as visit your site, sign up for a newsletter or a lead magnet, and collect emails. We want to collect email addresses, guys, because at the end of the day, if Instagram shuts down, all we're left with is nothing. So if we can get more information, keep them on that platform, but let's collect some email addresses, mailing addresses, take them off the platform. That's where the beauty is going to happen in this, and where people are going to put their hands up that they're looking to buy or sell. And the people that you can take off the platform are the people that you really want to work with the most. Those are really the people that you're targeting. So have some call to action links on there. That's going to direct people to provide their contact information so that you can now nurture them in many different ways. Highlights. These are these little bubbles down here. Actually, before I go there, you can see here, actually, people can email us, message us, or I believe, I don't know what the following one is, but if people want to directly contact us, this is what happens when you have a business account. People can contact you just through those buttons there. But anyways, highlights is really just like if you have a bunch of stories, which we'll talk about as well, you can actually collect them and put them into categories. So if you want people to always be able to see a certain story, then you can put them in here. So you can see like each of us sisters has our own little category. Sometimes it's like our fashion, sometimes it's fun. We add like mentorship type of things, PR. We've got real estate testimonials. So we've got different bubbles for different topics. So if people really want to play around with our site, they can go on to that. We just use some of our branding shoots, but you can actually use Canva. If you search Instagram highlights, they will actually have little bubbles that you guys can create as the covers for these. And I would definitely have a few, at least have like your real estate sales, testimonials, maybe behind the scenes, like really important stuff. Stick on those so that people can really find those as well. And update it. So don't be scared to regularly review and update your bio to reflect changes to your identity or brand. Once in a while, we'll shut this down and we'll add a very specific like button and try to get people's attention. So these will change as time goes, but these are really important things to have, but don't forget to update them. And of course, you're going to notice I'm going to talk all about fun. So consider injecting humor or personality, make it fun, get outside the box, but also kind of keep it true to who you are. Okay, there's the links. So these are some of the links that we've got on ours. So we direct people to go do a home evaluation. So we'll direct people to put their address in here so that I can collect mailing addresses, email addresses, and then shove them on an email. I'm showing you guys this little bar. This is actually just how many leads we've gotten just in the last, I think I stopped it on February 12th. So just in the last few days, this is how many people went to our home evaluation link. It was both an effort of putting it in our bio, but also in our stories. So I'm going to talk about how to get leads from directing people to some off-site platforms, but just shows you that a lot of people don't pay attention to this stuff. They're just trying to post, put out as many messages as possible and pray that someone's going to contact them. It's not the reality. We need to give these people something free in exchange for their contact information, so that now I've got about 10 new people that I can add to my email list. And I'm going to be like, all right, I'm going to communicate with these people. I'm going to talk a lot about that very soon. This is what Linktree looks like. So you can do multiple links. We just have like a connect with us, book an appointment with us. So it hooks up to our Calendly account, our story. So if people want to know what our backstory is. And then again, I've got the instant home evaluation and then a monthly neighborhood news. So if you guys are a Century 21 system, you guys have access to a really cool monthly newsletter called Neighborhood News. You can direct people right to your Century 21 website under Neighborhood News. And if you want to use that as a lead magnet, you can. So get people to put their email addresses in for to get your newsletter on what's happening in their area. I don't find as much success from this one as I do from my home evaluation link. So just a heads up on that one. Okay, type of posts. So on your phone here, if you guys look below and you'll see like these, there's like three posts, and then you've got like a grid. So we call it the feed, the grid. This is where most people see. It's kind of like a mix of photos and your video reels. So if you see this little camera thing, that's a reel. If you see this little box thing, that means I've got multiple photos lined up. This one here is an event calendar. So it's like a reminder thing. And then if there's nothing on it, it just means that it was just a one photo. At the top here, you can actually see that you can pin some posts. So if you've got some video that goes viral for some reason, I would post your most viral videos up there. We just kept it simple with just our branding. But definitely you can pin some really popular posts if you want people to see them over and over again. So what got us noticed? So I will say for sure, any post that has all three of us in it is what wins. Anytime there's one of us in it, those ones get the most engagement from them. And I say this because I know a lot of real estate agents do not want to post themselves, but I'm just going to tell you guys what gets us noticed the most, so that hopefully maybe it'll encourage you guys to show your faces up on your platforms more now. But the videos and photos that make our audience the most uncomfortable or our most vulnerable moments, those are the ones that get us the best engagement, the best notice, the best connection is when we post things that we know, like, this is really bold to post. I probably shouldn't post it. People are going to judge me for it. Those are the ones you want to post, because yes, you might get people judging you, but you might get more people reaching out to you for different reasons. So your most vulnerable self is going to get the most engagement on this. Ones that educate them on topics they want to know about, and behind the scenes. So film yourself doing offline activities, whether you're doing office meetings, maybe you're hosting events, maybe you're preparing a home for the market and you want to show like the staging, you want to show your marketing efforts, all your behind the scenes, just taking photos of your computer, your personal life, fun things, memes, like different things that can relate to people. These are the three main ones that get the absolute most attention. So if you're not really comfortable filming yourself on camera, don't hesitate to grab your camera and just film where you are, film what you're doing. It doesn't necessarily always have to be you, but people want to know what we're doing. I know it's creepy, it's weird to some people, but I'm just showing you guys what works. And usually, like I said, the things that make people the most uncomfortable are the ones that are going to get you noticed the most. So if you find yourself uncomfortable, you should probably post it. So here's a sample. So education posts. You'll see a lot of the time we post podcasts and speaking clips. The hack to podcasts for us is, a lot of people think we have a podcast, but we don't. In fact, we get asked to go on a lot of podcasts and answer questions. And I always say yes, whether it's a big podcast or a little one, because most podcast hosts these days have full crew setups where they actually film the sessions for you. And then at the end of it, they'll send you 2 or 3 short videos that you can add to your platforms. And I didn't have to pay a single dollar for it. So a lot of podcast clips, or you sitting in front of the camera and talking directly to the camera and educating people on a topic, those are really highly engaging ones. I'm not comfortable doing the sit down videos, but the podcasts are great because someone's asking us questions directly. So if you can find some podcast hosts, volunteer to go on them, guys. There's a lot of free content out there, especially if you're too scared to speak on camera yourself. It's a really good hack. Market updates. Yes, your brokerage, me included, I send out a market stats brick. I guarantee it probably doesn't get a whole lot of action on it. The reason I send it though is to hopefully encourage you to really say what those numbers mean and do a photo with you. So I think actually even this photo here we did last week, I posted Paige with a market update. So at least if they don't want to read my market update, they may enjoy Paige's fashion. So you get kind of both hits. And so that's what I would do. So if you're going to be doing the market updates, I think you need to either be speaking in a video or it needs to be a photo of you. And then the caption needs to be about what's happening in the market. And then that social media brick that you get from your brokerage, post it in your stories. You can post on your wall, just don't expect a lot of engagement. So try to post more photos of yourself explaining what's going on. Bank of Canada updates, tales from the streets are always fun. When you can talk about like what happened in specific deals. If you're posting like, hey, market's going up, we're starting to see offers coming in. So if you can really give some tales from the streets and what you're seeing as an agent, from the deals you're doing, or if you're seeing the market slowing down, these are the things that people need to know and they like to hear about. And then of course, buyer and seller tips. Entertainment, everyone always likes to be entertained when they go on these platforms. They don't always want to be sold to. So sometimes you have to share like, what are your passions? What are your hobbies? For us, it's always been fashion, travel, and really just silly moments as sisters. This is kind of your chance to show that you're fun, you've got hobbies, and you've got personalities. I'm not saying you have to go show fashion. I'm saying figure out what do you like to do and that is natural for you. So for example, I was sitting in my office last week. One of my agents was like, I am not posting that at all. And I looked at his wall and he's got all of these football flags and a poster of him like holding some sort of trophy. And I was like, post about football, like Super Bowls this past weekend. You like football. He got lit up. His face lit up when I asked him about football. I'm like, this is the stuff you should be posting about. Like, don't overthink it. I'm not telling you need to go post about your fashion, but post about something you really like that's outside of real estate, because you never know. You've got some followers on there that may also like football or something like that, wine, beer, whatever it is that you like to do and that you do on a regular basis, post that stuff. People like to see it. Skits, I have no idea, yay or nay. I've never been a skit girl. We tried skits and we got really weird in COVID. If you guys scroll down to 2020, we got weird. We were the only ones in the office. Everybody was working from home. We had a lot more time on our hands and we did some really weird, cringy videos. They still make me ick. But they got us a lot of attention. But we actually got put on a stage for Buzz Conference because of these videos. And as much as we loved getting the attention, it was not us. It was creepy and weird. But we stuck to the whole, like, let's stand out and entertain people, but let's do it in our way. So even if it gets you guys a lot of attention, if it feels icky to you, don't do it. Lead generation. We still need to add lead generation posts. You need to offer lead magnets, webinar signups, sign up for your newsletters, home evaluation links, offer your home buyer seller guides. You'll see that we often put like, what's my home worth? Usually once a week, I'll do a post like this, put it in our stories, try to get email addresses. And then we want to this is where like the sales funnel really starts, because we're going to take our big audience of thousands of people. Thousands of people are not going to buy and sell with you, right? So what can we do to offer them to put their hand up? This is my funnel. People are going to put their hand up and they're going to say, oh, I'm actually want that, I don't know, that home evaluation link. Okay, great. You just narrowed it down. Okay, great. Here's my email address. Here's my phone number. And then you start nurturing it. Now you know who put their hand up. Now you can take them off the Instagram platform and really zone in on these people and start to build relationships with who you know put their hand up. So that's where the lead generation part of the social media platforms come. This is the one I find most agents lack the most, is that the fact that they're just posting education, they're just posting entertainment, but they're not even asking for people's contact information to communicate with them. So like I said at the beginning, I've never gotten a job I never asked for. I'm asking for business in this type of post. Be authentic. If you guys follow us, you know that we are very okay being raw and being open about what's going on in your life, that it's actually hard. We talked about, Carly and I, our fertility journeys, and how it has been a very big struggle. It was the most terrifying post we've ever posted in our lives. We held hands on this one and we did it together. We agreed together to post our little selfies at our fertility clinics. And I had 150 DMs from both men and women telling me about their fertility issues, the problems they're going through, positive encouragement, lots of different stories, 150 DMs. And I was like, holy crap. So there's something to be said about being raw, because it builds that connection with your audience. So now all of a sudden they feel comfortable talking to you about something that you're both maybe going through. And then when it comes time to buy and sell real estate, they already like you, they know you. Now they kind of trust you with some sort of personal story. They're going to buy and sell real estate with you. So I did have an agent tell me last week, he's like, that was really bold. Like, I can't believe you did that. And I was like, yeah, it was really bold. And like, not enough people are doing it. This is where you guys are going to get the engagement. And this is the post that I know everyone is going to say, not happening. I'm not posting that. And like I said, if you don't post these things, I don't know if this strategy is going to be successful for you, because this has been our most success story in terms of building those relationships. And yes, I have done deals with some of these people that did DM us. So I know it works. I'm not telling you have to put your sad stories out there, but I'm not saying it won't help. But anything that's hard and relatable is something that you can post about. It also has some sort of accountability to it as well, which I'm going to talk on the success side, but be authentic, guys. We are all real humans out here. Real estate. We still need to post real estate. We need to show lots of it. You may follow some of these social media gurus, these people that teach people how to be viral, how to get the biggest audiences, and they will tell you, do not post your listings because it doesn't get engagement. I agree. No, it does not get you engagement at all as much when you post your listings. But what it is doing is showing your portfolio to prospective clients. So what I would do with your listings and stuff that you guys are posting is I would invest in real estate property marketing. Don't stress too much about being in the videos, because at the same time, it's going to take a lot of time, and I'm all about using time efficiently. So I would prefer to hire a videographer, do a really nice video reel, get them to film you like a 1-minute reel with some good music, good transitions, stick that onto your Instagram reels, and you'll get more engagement. But you still need to show your audience that you guys sell real estate. And so whether it gets a lot of engagement or not, I don't care. I still think that you need to show your properties on your platforms to show people what you're going to do when you're marketing their homes as well. It kills me when I see these guys that have 30,000 followers and they won't post listings, and they'll tell people not to post listings. And the reason they're not posting listings is because they don't have listings. That's why they're telling you not to. It's not because the engagement is low. It's because they don't have listings to show. And I don't understand how, if you're going to go to a listing table, talk about how great your social media presence is, but then not post the listings on there for that audience. So just my 2 cents. You need to post real estate. These ones we had fun with. Sometimes you can get creative. We had builders. So we did like an 8-part series where we filmed what the builder's vision was for his property. And we had drone photography. We interviewed the builder. So you can actually have some fun with some of your videos and hire a videographer to do certain content for specific properties so that it isn't so boring and it's not just a house tour and all of that stuff. So if you guys are working with builders and stuff like that, this is a really cool video opportunity we did. Hopefully it'll open up some more opportunities for some more builders. We do need to show our success. And this is, again, another one I hear a lot of is people don't want to come off as bragging, but it shows that you're an expert in your field and it can be fun. People want to hire success. You can sell your story. The reason I like these posts too is they get really good and great engagement. I'm sure when you guys post your like awards bricks, stuff like that, or whenever you guys win an award, you probably get a lot of people congratulating you and all that stuff. Really great engagement posts. So don't think of it as bragging. Think of it as more, you're just showing people you know what you're doing. It's a good opportunity for you to pat yourself on the back. But more than anything, it also kind of holds you more accountable. So I'm always hearing agents looking for accountability partners. There is nothing more accountable than your audience on Instagram. So if you throw out a goal of yours that you've got, you start to show that you're successful. You start to show that you're prospecting in all your activities. You kind of do it for the gram because you just want people to hold you accountable to make sure you're doing those daily activities to kind of build your business. So sometimes your audience can actually be your accountability partners in itself. Okay, let's jump to Instagram Reels. Hopefully you guys are keeping up. And if you guys have questions, feel free to put them in that chat there. So Instagram Reels is a really great thing to do to grow your audience. These are really short videos. They're in this middle tab here. So I just showed you guys the grid on this one. Now you guys are onto Reels, which you can also put on your grid, but there's also specific for it. But they do get the most views from outside of your audience. For some reason, I don't know how it works in the Instagram world, but when you post videos on Reels, it opens it up to people that aren't following you. And that's how you can really grow your audience from strangers. So I know I said your audience starts with people that you know. This is how you get the people that you don't know on your page, by posting really good short videos. Shares that larger audience, helps build your brand. You need to use trending audio. So if a lot of people ask us where we get our sounds from, if you are not a creator account, you will not get the cool music. You will only get business music. If you're just a business account, you're going to get not cool music because they don't want you using the music to promote, to make money off of it for businesses. So that's why we always change it to a creator account if you really want to get that trending audio. So that's a little hack for you guys. If you're finding that you're not getting enough sounds and good music, that's why. So these are the reels that get us the best engagement. Like I said, day in the life and success. So showing behind the scenes at conferences, at your office, networking events, traveling, eating, experiences. We do sister moments, celebrations. People like this stuff. They want to see what you're doing, and you just got to be comfortable whipping out your camera anywhere you go and just filming random content. You don't have to post like as soon as like on the spot, but you'll find that I'm always taking videos because I'm either going to use it that day or I'm going to make a nice video out of it and put it all together with some good music. And then I'm going to share it to our platform. So these ones get really good ones when you do day in the life. Fashion and fun, of course. It kind of adds to that boring world of real estate. So again, it doesn't have to be fashion, but yours could be sports. It could be beer. It could be wine. It could be eating, traveling, whatever it is. But you should have some fun stuff to kind of get rid of the boring of the real estate. Personal life and interests, something that doesn't require effort. So I'm not asking you to go out of your way to go make content at doing things that you don't even like to do. But if you're already being invited to, let's say, go to a dinner, film it. And I know people are like, I don't want people to know what I eat. You don't have to either. But to me, it shows that you're also a local expert. People start to ask me like, hey, where's the best spot to go get margaritas? I'll tell you it's Chook and Pickering. I've had people reach out, say, hey, where should I take my wife on a date tonight? And I'll give them a good restaurant. So people will start to ask me for recommendations for things outside of real estate. And if they trust where I'm eating and hanging out, hopefully they're going to buy and sell real estate with you as well. So share what you're doing in your life and get people to know you, because you want them to kind of come to you for different pieces of advice that's not just real estate. People ask us where we get our clothes from all the time. Hopefully they trust my fashion sense. Hopefully they'll trust me to help sell their real estate after. There's a little bit of a method to it, guys. Like I said, podcasts and talking videos. So we'll go on these podcasts, get people to film the content, edit the content, send us the reel. All I have to do is upload it. So definitely try to get on podcasts. If you want to be a host, great. It's a lot of effort to be one. Even better to be a guest. And then you've got some cross promotion where you can actually collaborate with somebody else's audience. And now you're tapping into two audiences. So that's also why I like the podcast style, because now you're going to tap into multiple different platform audiences and get people to come to you. Real estate prices. This one abnormally, you see this one here, guys. This one gets us the most views every time I post it every month. All I do is we do photo shoots. We haven't done one actually in a long time, but I'll grab some shots from photo shoots and I'll just on here, you'll notice that I'll do the prices. It'll be like January price, February price, and I'll just go over the average prices month over month. And that's it. It's just like words going right over like our actual videos of us. So anytime like those videos I was saying, whenever you're out and about, just go film videos and you can use that on a reel and then put your average real estate prices on it. Could be completely faceless as well. But for some reason, the real estate month over month prices do really well. And it's a really easy one that you guys can do. Obviously, we didn't do one for January because the prices just started. So, but you could compare it to last year prices, all that stuff. This one got a good hit, how to buy a house. So I broke down exactly how much money somebody needed for a down payment to buy their first home for 600,000. This one, when you're out with your friends, hanging out with real estate agents, post that. This one we always have fun with. So whenever we go to a Century 21 conference, if you guys have ever attended with us, you'll notice that we have a prop every year. This one, we had these sunglasses and we passed it to 150 agents, and we just went around the bar, took a photo of agents, put them in our reel, and then we did a quick reel flashing to everybody that put the sunglasses on. This year at our conference, we put mustaches on people in Calgary. So we've got a video on our Instagram as well with a bunch of real estate agents wearing mustaches. Then what we do is we'll tag as many agents as possible. We'll send it out to them. And then again, it's a referral based opportunity as well, because now we're going to build a relationship. Now you've got some free content that you can post as well. So and it gives us an opportunity to talk to 150 people while we're putting mustaches on their faces. They're getting to know us. They're following us on social media now. We've got some content. We've got a funny story to talk about. And then hopefully if an agent's thinking about sending a client to Toronto or Durham, they might call us because they might think of that moment. So there's strategy to that. This video is when we got noticed during COVID. Weird. So if you want to do weird stuff, it does get views. I hated doing it. Well, we like doing it in the moment, but you could go watch those videos later. And then last year we posted this video of the two girls with the champagne going skiing. And that one was actually, we only had 5,000 views, but we had like 500 comments or something on it. This one got a real hit. So sometimes being boring and just doing real estate doesn't help. But when you chuck in a few of these little gems, that's what gets your audience kind of going. Reels that still need to be posted but don't get engagement. So like I said, your listing videos typically will get the lowest engagement, but you still need to have it for your portfolio. And again, invest in some videographers that create reels so that they can do quick videos for your social media platforms as well, not just those like wide ones for YouTube. People really like the quick videos now on Instagram. And a lot of videographers are offering that package now, I believe they charge a couple $100 for them, worth the money, because now you've got good video for your client, you've got it on your social platform, and then it's like a good thing for your portfolio, and you can use it in your listing presentations later. Market updates. Again, these don't get a lot of engagement, but I still think it's important to post. You'll get more engagement if it's actually you in it explaining it, or a photo of you, and then do a description of the market down below. And then if you're marketing events, so maybe you're hosting a webinar, first time home buyer seminar, whatever it is, you're not going to get a ton of engagement, but you will get the gems. You'll get the people putting their hands up that want to go to your events. And those are the people you want to talk to as well. So here's some of the apps that I use. I don't use a whole lot, if I'm really honest. ChatGPT, hopefully you've all heard of that, but I use this a lot to help me with content ideas, captions, newsletter, email templates, text, objection handling, research. ChatGPT helps me so much. It's very obvious when people use it in their captions, but there's so many really cool tools. I've done a session on ChatGPT. If you go to our YouTube, you can watch it. ChatGPT is a really great one. CapCut is the app that I use to edit videos on like for reels. So if you want to add like if you did like a bunch of videos of a house or what, I don't know, your vacation or whatever, and you want to crop them all together, put them together, CapCut will allow you to easily add them. And you can also add captions to it. You can add transitions. You can make it faster, slower. You can trim each clip. It's just a really easy app to use. And now they have some templates even to make it even easier, where you can literally just click a template and then select the photos, and it does like all these weird transitions and music and everything for you. So really great app. Canva Pro. Do the paid version of Canva. You can create some really cool content in here. At the end, I'll show you guys how I do it, but they've got actual real templates. They've got Instagram post templates, newsletters. They've got every kind of template that you can think of. So Canva is a really good one that I use quite often. This whole presentation was made on Canva as well. And I say pro because it's got extra videos. So if you're terrified to film yourself, You can use elements of videos and you can literally write like girl walking in pink suit. So sometimes our videos aren't even us in it, but you might think it's our hands. It's not our hands. They got like typing videos, drinking coffee, whatever it is. Tons of stuff on Canva. So if you haven't dove into that, then do. And the camera I use is literally just my iPhone. Nothing fancy. You can spend time researching editing tools and optimizing your photos and videos. But at the end of the day, you're just going to be your own videographer, your own photographer. Lots of people ask me who they should hire. I don't know. Hire yourself. Use your phone. You're using it every day anyways. So if social is going to be one of your platforms, just make sure you're staying on top of like the iPhone. You got some good camera on that and everything like that. Instagram stories. So this is where the relationship building happens. So you're doing all your marketing and your posts on the feed, but in the stories is really where you're going to get that engagement. And if you're looking at your phone on the apps, the stories are really just, they're 24/7 videos and pictures. They disappear in 24 hours. They get less views than maybe your walls do, but the most people will DM you. And this is where you can start to, again, build those relationships with people and really talk to people. It's almost like you're texting them live. It's a really cool way to communicate with people, I think. Some people don't love that. But what you can do is post behind the scenes. So again, this is where the people get to know you, what a day in the life looks like. The best way to connect with your followers. Our top engaged stories are always our selfies. And I know you'll see us post a lot of fashion selfies in mirrors. Though the reason I post those is because they get the most engagement. So if you guys start to notice a trend of things that you're posting and lots of people are messaging you about or liking and stuff like that, do that more. Do that more. So anytime I see something that catches on, I'm always watching the analytics and I post the stuff that probably, again, people think is the most cringiest, the most uncomfortable, the most weird. Those are the ones that people are actually messaging us about the most. So share where you eat, sleep, and play. You want to show that you're a local expert. I love those videos where like people are promoting like the restaurants and like, hey, welcome to Chook Mexican. And then they start interviewing the owner. I think that's really cool. But I think what's even more cool is if you're actually going there already, you weren't going there with the business, with business in mind. And then what you're going to do is you're going to tag the restaurants. You're going to tag the place you're eating at, tag the place you're drinking at. Hopefully they're sharing it on their stories. And then you're getting a cross promotion that way. And again, people might be like, hey, I ate there too. I did a reel a month ago on a coffee shop I went to, and I saw like 3 other realtors ended up going there with their kids, and like they started sending it to me. So obviously sometimes you can have a little bit of some influence when you start to post these things. And then people are like to know that you eat, sleep, and live where you live. So don't do it, or do that. Show that you're a local expert. But what I will advise is please don't share it when you're actually at the restaurant, because we also have to take our safety into play as well. So we want to make sure that we're not sharing live locations. Talking on camera, if you're not comfortable with it, get in your car, start talking on the camera, what you're seeing in the market, funny rants, sit down conversations, connect with people. This will also keep you accountable as well. Sharing relatable content. Share other people's content that can help speak to your audience too. So if you see like another business is like sending something, share that in the stories, tag them, cross promotion. Maybe you're having a deep thoughts day, having a coffee cups with your coffee thoughts, any memes, funny quotes, videos, things that like add some entertainment value, put those in the stories, because you will get a lot of people that will engage with you that way. And then you also want to sell in the stories with your lead magnet. So I'm going to talk about that next. This is one of the most important stories you can do to grow your leads and generate leads and find out who's actually looking to buy or sell. So this is where you're going to grow your email list and bring them off the platform. So let's dive right into lead magnets, because I know I'm going to get a lot of questions about this. So a lead magnet, this is something that you can offer somebody to help solve a problem. So something that they're going to put their hand up for and say, I need that. Here's my contact information. Give me what you've got. So in the stories is where you can promote your buyer's guides, your seller's guides, investment ebooks. Maybe you've got a list of homes under a certain price. Maybe you've got a list of Airbnb buildings in the city, a list of the top 10 pre-construction projects, tips for downsizing, signing up for any newsletters that you may have, or maybe you even want to host a webinar or an event like a first-time home buyer seminar, investment seminar. you're going to sell it in the stories. So you're going to talk about this buyer's guide, whether you're holding it or you've got a photo of it or you're just doing words. Maybe you're like showing people on your screen, like going through cheap houses for first-time homebuyers, and you're clicking on your MLS and you're like, hey, click this link and I'll send you this whole list for free. So think of things that you can offer your target audience that they will give you their contact information for. I'm going to show you a few samples here. So this again is in your stories. If you guys see this sticker button here, it's like a little happy face. You'll click on story. You'll click on this happy face sticker and all these little gems come up here. I want you guys to focus on link and questions. So what we do with so you'll see that we'll post what's my home worth in our feed. I'll share it to the story and we'll say, what's my home worth? And what we're going to do is we're going to take that link and link it to our website to bring them over to put their contact information in. And you'll say, it says, click the link to get an instant home evaluation. They'll click the link, they'll put their information in, and now you've got a new email address to add to your list. So that is one lead generation strategy. You can see here, all you do is click link, copy and paste the URL, and then you can change the word of it. So this just says home evaluation, but really it shows up as what's my home worth. This may be very fast talking for you guys, but links, bring them off the platform, get their contact information, sign up for your seller's guides, whatever it is. The other thing we've got is questions. So it says questions here. If you put this here, you can write email address below. So if you don't have a landing page and you just want to keep it simple, get them to put their email address in there, and maybe you're emailing them a home seller's guide or a home evaluation, whatever it is. But we want to collect emails via the stickers manually or bring them to a landing page. This is where the money is made, guys. This is how you figure out who of your X amount of followers is actually looking to buy or sell a house. It's through lead magnets. And you have to have, I think, just have one or two and just post it every single week. There's that. So this is what ours look like. Again, home evaluation link. Jot forms. I talk a lot about jot form. If you're new to landing pages, look up jot forms. This is a form that you can create really easily where you just put your name, email address. You can send them a thank you page. If they give you their contact, they can download whatever you're offering them. Again, don't forget, I'm going to be giving you guys a 365-day content library at the end of this. So we're almost near the end. But these are some ideas of some of those links that you guys can post. You can do this today. Use polls. So again, in the stories, there's a poll button. I would do, if I was all of you, this is my dog. I usually get a lot of comments on her. I would write it in a poll today. What are your plans for 2024? And you'll have the options. I have no plans to move. I'm curious to know what my house is worth. I want to sell and buy a new property. I plan on buying an investment property. So hopefully you'll get a few people. I'm not saying thousands of people are going to vote, but if you start to vote in these or get some people, now is your opportunity to be like, oh, they want to know what their house is worth. Okay, I'm going to DM them now. Oh, I want to sell and buy a property. Oh, hey, I saw you filled out the poll, blah, blah, blah. So now you're kind of starting a conversation with people because they put their hand up for where their current situation is. I would add this poll in your stories today, and I would do this probably every single week to get people engaged and figure out where they're at in their process. Let's see. Okay. Engagement strategies. Again, collaboration posts. There's a new button here that you can actually invite collaborators now on your reels. This means that you and somebody else is going to go on both of your pages now. So these are really great, especially for like those podcast types of posts. But if you want to grow your audience, invite a collaborator. If there's 2 or 3 of you guys in a video, all of you guys can share it across your videos. And now you're hitting multiple options. So whether it's your clients, a referral partner, your brokerage even, invite them as collaborators. Every single day, you should be on this platform also engaging with your audience. So you should spend some time carefully scrolling, liking, commenting, sharing with your followers, and engaging back with their content as well. So make it a goal to talk to 20 people per day. Other engagement strategies is to do the whole comment below to get more engagement on your posts. So comment class for my webinar, comment guide for my seller's guide, did this or that, anything that you can get people to engage with you. And again, guys, I'm not telling you you're going to get thousands of people to do this. I don't even get thousands of people. Even if I get one person from this post, I'm happy. If I get one person download my guide, I'm happy. I'm not here telling you guys that 50 people are going to download your stuff as soon as you post it, but you got to do it consistently to try to get a couple leads a week. You do need to schedule in, but you're going to hate when I say this. It is a common question I get, and that is, where do you schedule this? I do the 3-2-1 theory. I don't schedule into a schedule. I don't time block it. I just post. So don't think about it. My brain's always thinking about different strategies to post, but when the creativity hits, I go. So a lot of people will try to book it into their time, and then that time's going and they're just scrolling looking for ideas, and then you're wasting so much time on these platforms. So be intentional with your scrolling thoughts and make sure that you just post it as soon as that creativity hits. Go, because you're going to write it down and forget about it later. So that's how I do it. I don't know if that's the right way, but I think the 3-2-1 theory is the best way to post. Branded photo shoots, I encourage you guys to do at least one a year. Then you have like unlimited photos that you can mix in there that has your brand. It gives you less pressure to look pretty every day. So when you've got these branded photos, you can reuse them into your platforms and then continue on with your day. I usually look not like this every day. So it's nice when you've got those nice photo shoots that you can consistently use, so that when you're at the office just in your jeans and hoodie, then it doesn't really matter. Less curated content, post with intention. Don't use those curated bricks from Canva. There's lots of those out there. I think it's okay to use them, but I think it's important to mix it in with your own content, as the goal is to build connections and build an email list. So if you're just doing these curated bricks, like tips for buying a house, holidays, all that stuff, it's not going to do very well, but I get why people do it. And then of course, have fun. Yes, I will leave this here for you guys. I know I'm going way over time. I hope that's okay. But my whole goal every week is to grow my contact list every week, showing your business to as many people who are interested in your services. So some of the needle moving activities would be identify current audio, what's currently going on, what music's trending right now, what news is trending right now. Super Bowl went wild, so you could use a lot of stuff with that. If you're scrolling and you find posts that you really like, save them and build a post bank, put them in your notes section and copy them. There's no point in you always like kind of redoing it for yourself. So kind of create copy and paste other people's. Success leaves clues. So build a post bank of other people's and then redo it with your own stuff. Apply a hook and a message. Here we go again. You can take a photo of this, but I try to do 3 growth posts per week to grow the account, 2 branded posts per week to nurture the current people. So the growth is to find new people to join you. The branded content is to nurture the people that are currently already watching you. So your stories, giving life advice, inviting people into your world. 1 call to action post a week to that long form content. So get in contact to join an email list, your YouTube channel, to join a webinar. Get them to give you their contact information. Show up in your stories daily. Show people what you're doing every single day. Some days you may take a day off, but if you're not going to post in the feed, you should at least be in your stories every single day and always popping up there for your followers. And again, followers do not equal brand. I'm not going to do that one. Sales happen in the DMs. Okay, a lot of people are waiting for me to write this. So I'm going to show you guys my secret hack for how I sold 14 homes my very first year just through DMs. And I think if you're new to social media, this may be something that you're interested in. But direct messages is where the sales happen. So in my first year, what I did is I downloaded my entire list of followers and I messaged 20 people every single day for 1 year. I would send them this exact DM. I don't think you can copy and paste it anymore because you'll get spam requested. So I think you have to write this out and you have to change the message. So you need to say like, hey, it's been a while. I hope you're doing well. I saw you had a baby last month. So always comment on something that they did. Congratulations. Let them know that you're a real estate agent. I used to say I set an aggressive goal to raise X amount to donate to this charity using a portion of the sales from the homes I sell. Wanted to know if you know anyone that's looking to buy or sell that could use my help. So I'm not asking if they're looking to buy or sell. I'm letting them know I'm a real estate agent. I'm donating to a charity and I'm looking for people to buy and sell real estate. Most of the time they would say no, or they would just ignore you. But the beauty came 6 to 12 months later, where they would be reaching back out to me to say, hey, are you still taking on clients? And then the beauty came months later, or they're like, actually, yeah, my brother's looking to buy or sell. If someone tells you to screw off, it's okay. You're never going to see them again. They're either going to ghost you, ignore you, or say something really nice back. So if they tell you to screw off, just delete them and run away. But we can't be scared of those thoughts, guys. We're going to get rejected this entire career. But this is exactly how I built my business. And the beauty of these 14 sales is these people eventually became some of my best referral partners. They refer their family, their friends, and everything. But to get started on social, I had to ask for the business, or otherwise it wasn't going to happen. So this is the secret sauce to direct messaging. Building an email list, we've talked about this. The ultimate goal is not for likes and shares, it's to get their contact information and find paying clients. Add them to your CRM platform. So anytime you guys get an email, make sure you're adding them to your CRM so that you can now nurture them in many different ways through email marketing, through direct professional communication, events, property searches, direct mail. We want to take them off this platform and actually into a home. And that's where the secret of the Instagram happens that nobody ever really talks about. Average lead nurture time, I will tell you, is 12 months. That's not good enough for a lot of people out there, I know, but I already know that the average lead nurturing time is 12 months. So they may message you for about 12 months before they actually reach out to you to buy a house. Or you may even do an appointment with these people and they still take about 12 months. So again, this isn't an instant get rich quick type of model. So be prepared to nurture leads for 12 months. If that's not for you, I don't know what to say, because I feel like every single lead is about 12 months on any type of door knocking, calling, online leads, whatever you're doing. It's still going to take you guys time. Analytics, I'm not going to get too much into that. It's kind of boring. Having a brand is important. Investing into logos, I didn't think it was important. This year we did. So when you guys are doing your posts, it's good to have a color scheme of some sort, have a vibe that you want to go with. Ours is obviously very poppy, color, fun. 2 different fonts, and then bring your social media platform offline. So your online Instagram should also reflect your business cards, should also reflect your website, your swag. All your posts should all come very cohesively. Same with your for sale side. So yes, you have to invest a lot of money into this. I don't think it's the most important thing right away. But once you start to build an audience, I do think it's important to invest in a lot of different branding to make sure it all looks cohesive and that it's a really professional brand outside of it. So when you are taking people offline, your platform, your listing presentation should reflect the same thing. If you don't have a brand, some of you guys are with a brokerage, which also has branding guidelines that you can look up, where it's got the logos, it's got the fonts, it's got the style that it's looking for. So if you don't quite have your personal style yet, don't be scared to use your brokerages as well. So whichever one works for you. All right. One more. Call to action. So again, your goal is to figure out who you're speaking to and what is your goal. Hopefully it's to sell more houses. How can we attract people to want to work with you and grow that contact list? And at the end of the day, the main goal is to book appointments and sell homes. So that is my last one. Thank you guys so much. I'm so sorry. I talk so much on this topic because I love it. But if you guys go to this QR code here, you guys will get an insane content library where it's going to give you 365 days of ideas, as well as an Excel sheet to track it. It has a content calendar. It's got some hooks in there. You can even track what content you've posted and all of that. So this is a really great tool for you guys. Any questions? I know I'm going to go right to the top. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys too much. I could go on for hours. Okay, the following button will allow people to add. Okay, Carly did that. Oh, thank you for these key takeaways. Yes, I will share the presentation with you guys. Yes, sir. How can we increase followers? Sometimes don't ask people to follow you, just follow them and hope that they follow you back. If you guys are making good enough content, people will want to follow you. But if you're just posting boring real estate all the time, no one's going to follow you. And like I said, My goal is not to teach you guys to gain followers. Of course, it's not going to hurt your business, but don't focus on the followers. Just focus on finding buyer and seller clients. Important to share when you've left the location. Yeah. The app that we use for the home evaluation, guys, it's called Remarketer. It's a website. Remarketer, I think we pay about $150 a month for that extra tool. It's called the home evaluation tool, but Remarketer is a really great one. It brings us in lots of leads, not organically. Like people aren't just showing up to our website. It's because I'm putting it on our stories and directing people. You'll notice if you guys start to follow us, we put lots of links in our profiles to get people to put their information in for that. How do you change your Insta? Okay, good. Someone sent it. How to change from professional to creator? Perfect. Someone put a YouTube there. Okay, awesome. Yes, so I'm going to actually put this webinar, guys, on our YouTube channel. I don't even think I have it on here. Yes. If you guys want to watch this video, I'll email it out too, but you can actually follow us on Fulton Sisters if you guys have any questions at all. I love this topic a lot. Just copy and paste us. I don't care. Or you can find us on YouTube, C2 Percy Fulton Agent Training. You can find this recording on there probably today or tomorrow. But yeah, really cool topic. Lots of you guys out here today. But yeah, if you think of anything at all, please reach out to me anytime. You could listen all day. Thanks, Judy. Okay, awesome. Really great to see you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you get spoiled with lots and lots of love. And I will catch up with you guys really soon. Chat soon.